Hello everyone, this is Hannah from Anime America, and it's the spring season of anime, so it's time for another episode of Watch and Wait. I'm really excited to talk about the new season. There's some great shows out there, there's a lot that people are really talking about, and I'm excited to throw out my 2 cents with there. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Alright heroes, suit up. It's time to take a look at Season 2 of My Hero Academia. So Season 2 of My Hero Academia picks up from the events of Season 1. The heroes of Class 1A are trying to get everything back together and get ready for the next step of their education when it's revealed to them that now is time to compete in the Hero Games. Everyone is going to showcase their abilities to talent scouts and possibly join a hero agency as a sidekick, or if you're really good at what you do, you could even start out as a full-fledged hero. This is Izuku's big shot, and All Might is ready to proclaim him as his successor. But Izuku's not the only one looking for a big break. And as the story goes on, even more heroes are ready to come out against Izuku and tell him, you're not the only one that wants to be a hero. Even though I'm going to watch the dub on this one, I'm still going to give it a watch, just because the dub comes out so quickly after the show airs in Japan. So I'm going to be watching it consistently as it comes out. We're finally starting to shift the focus a little bit. We're even bringing in other students from other classes, so it'll be interesting to see how they interact with the main heroes. And so far, it's not looking great for the heroes. It's so exciting to see where it's gonna go next. The first season was so engaging and so exciting, and I can't describe my feelings for it any better than Mr. Giga described it himself. Hype! 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 Sit down and take notes. Or maybe not. It's time to look at Fat Sheik Records of Bastard Instructor. This show follows the story of Glenn Ryder, a part-time substitute teacher who comes in to teach at the most prestigious academy of mage users. Now, Glenn's got his own opinions of magic, mainly marred by his own experience as a youngster who wanted to be nothing but a mage of justice. But lately, Glenn just doesn't think magic is as great as everyone makes it out to be. In fact, he doesn't take his job seriously at all, basically telling the students to self-study every single time he comes into class. One of the students, Sistina, is outraged by the way he acts as a teacher and tries to do everything that she can to tell him to take his job seriously. But between the attacks on the school and all of the hidden plots going on within the academy, it's kinda hard to actually have a regular class. This is where Glenn starts to show his true colors and shows his skill and his talent as a fighting mage. I got so invested when I started watching this series. The first 3 episodes just floored me. What's nice about this is that it doesn't take a long time to establish the world and to start the action. Everything starts happening at a good pace, you're already invested in what's going on, and then it starts kicking it up a notch. I love Glenn as a character. I think he's funny, I think he's interesting, and I can't wait to learn more about his backstory. There's some genuine comedy here, and some really good heart. It's quite possibly my favorite show this season that isn't a sequel, and I can't wait to see what adventures are in store for Glenn and his students. From one classroom to another, it's time to take a look at Royal Tutor. So Royal Tutor follows the story of Hein, a young professor who has been given the prestigious honor of being the Royal Tutor and teaching the 4 youngest princes of the king. Now, these princes are next in line for the throne because the eldest prince is going to assume power one day, but as of right now, they're more of a backup in case anything bad happens. There's Leo, Lichty, Kai, and Bruno. and they're all jerks in their own regard. Heinz certainly has his work cut out for him, as every single prince wants nothing to do with him. However, the young tutor has his own reasons for being here, and he'll do everything he can to get these boys to understand that he's the teacher, they're the students, and that's how things are going to be. But at the same time, there does seem to be a genuine sensitivity to the young tutor. He does try to understand where the boys are coming from and make them feel like they're more than just a commodity, or make them feel like they're each their own individual person and not just the second, third, fourth, or fifth prince. So before I give my opinion about this, I'm just gonna get this out of the way right now. This show is 100% husband bait, and I am totally okay with that. In fact, I've already picked my favorite. It's Lichty. Look at how cute he is. Oh my gosh, I love him. I'm excited to see how the interactions with each prince is going to develop, and I want to see Heinz succeed. I honestly do. But at the same time, I wonder if his motivations are incredibly selfish, and somehow that's going to catch up with him, and it's going to damage his relationship with the princes because they'll see him as less genuine. Yes, it has the pretty boys, and I'm not going to deny I love the pretty boys. But I do think there's something interesting about the relationships between the tutor and the students, and I can't wait to see what he teaches next. Time to investigate the mystery surrounding Kado, the right answer. So Kojiro Shindo is about to take a vacation with his co-worker when a giant cube falls out of the sky and sucks up their plane. The entire government is thrown into a panic as they scramble to figure out, what is this cube? What does it do? But they're assured by a mysterious figure named Yahakui that everyone is okay, everyone is safe, and he's taking care of them. But what is this mysterious cube? Who is Yahakui? Kojiro has an important role in the government as a negotiator, so he discusses with Yahakui what exactly he wants from these passengers. Their relationship starts to form from there. However, all Yahakui will really tell him is they're safe and everything will work out. And for now, Kojiro will just have to trust him. I have very mixed feelings about this show, and I'm giving it a watch for probably all the wrong reasons. I like the premise of it, I like the character of Yahakui, I think he's really interesting, and I like his interactions and relationship with Kojiro. I think there's definitely something interesting here, but I don't necessarily know what it is about this show that intrigues me so much. Nothing that's going on outside the cube is all that interesting. In fact, it's pretty standard, oh my gosh, what is this big thing? Let's poke it with a sharp stick. And I don't find any of the outside characters interesting. However, I'm interested to see how Kojiro and Yaha's relationship develops. It's hard to recommend this show like I have with the others, saying that they're really interesting and really funny, and I think that other people would really enjoy them. This one is definitely much more niche. And it's one of those shows where if you like slow-paced stuff like Eden of the East that isn't entirely clear about everything, but you're invested in the mystery, then it's definitely worth checking out this season. And that is going to wrap it up for the first episode of Spring 2017 Watch and Wait. I'm trying to space out the shows a little bit more because you guys have talked about wanting me to go a little more into the plot and what the show's about, so I'm trying to give each one that due time so I'm not just crunching and rushing through shows. Hopefully I was a little more clear about what each show is about and give you a better idea as to why I want to either follow the show or wait for the dub. Let me know in the comments down below what shows you're following. If I didn't talk about a show that you're following right now, be on the lookout for a couple more episodes to come. I'll definitely get to at least everything being simuldubs. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to leave a comment, leave a like, click that little bell icon to get notified of when we update, and stay tuned to Anime America.